Hello, my dear students of class 7. Myself, Debi Prasad sir, welcomes you all to the chemistry class. Today, I will explain you all about the chapter number 2, that is physical and chemical changes. Learning outcomes. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to differentiate between physical and chemical changes. Secondly, perform activities related to physical and chemical changes. Thirdly, classify different changes as physical or chemical changes. And at the end, you will be able to explain what happens in a chemical change. Introduction. My dear students, everything around us is changing. Some changes are periodic and happen at regular intervals, like night changing to day and back to night. Some changes are fast, like ice cream melting on a hot day, and some are very slow, like a plant growing from a seed. Some changes happen in nature, like the changing of the seasons, while others are caused by humans, like a bridge being built across a river. Some changes are useful to us and some cause harm. Some can be undone while others cannot. After any change, there is some difference in one or more characteristics of the object or substance undergoing the change. The difference may be in color, texture, shape, size, or state of matter, chemical nature, and so on. Can you think of examples of such type of changes? Change is important, necessary. Without change, there would be no growth or development. Natural and human-made changes. The change of day to night and night to day. Change in phases of the moon, rainfall, the growth of plants, aging, and so on take place naturally. Any change that takes place on its own without human intervention is called a natural change. Making of roads, building bridges, weaving cloths, making things out of metals, glass, plastic, and so on are made by humans. Any change that takes place due to the efforts of human beings is known as human-made changes. Periodic and non-periodic changes. You know that day changes to night and night to day once every 12 hours. The changing of the seasons, the rise and fall of the tides, and the movement of a pendulum take place at regular time intervals. A change that takes place at periodic intervals is called a periodic change. If we cannot predict about the change, then it will take place. It is called a non-periodic change. For example, we cannot predict exactly when rain will take place. The passing of vehicles on a road, the eruption of a volcano, and the opening or closing of a door are some more non-periodic changes. Slow and fast changes. We can classify a change depending on how long it takes place for the change to take place. A slow change is one that takes place a long time to complete. It may take many hours, days, months, or years together. The growth of a seed to a tree is a slow change. Similarly, it takes years for a baby to grow into an adult or for a dam to be built. Similarly, a match catches fire and burns out in a few seconds. A change that takes place in a few moments or seconds is called a fast change. Desirable and undesirable changes. Some changes are useful to us and we want them to take place. We cook grains and vegetables to make them soft, tasty, and easy to digest. Plants mature from seeds to big trees that bear fruits and flowers. Any change that benefits us or is useful to us is a desirable change. There are other changes that are not so desirable to us, but we cannot stop them from taking place. For example, a bunch of lovely flowers will not stay fresh forever. Flowers fade and die, just as fruits and vegetables become rotten after some time. Trees can fall and damage our houses. The temperature of our body can go up and cause a fever. While fire helps us to cook and keep warm, the same fire can also cause destruction. Natural changes such as earthquakes, landslides, floods, and volcanic eruptions are also undesirable. A change that causes destruction or is harmful to us is an undesirable change. What is desirable to one person may be undesirable to another. For example, you may want it to rain, but your friend may want the weather to be sunny because they are going on a trip. Reversible and irreversible changes. Sometimes a change can be reversed. When water at room temperature is cooled in a refrigerator, it becomes ice. If this water is left out on a table, it reaches room temperature once again. Such changes are called reversible changes. Few examples of reversible changes are a stretched rubber band or a squeezed rubber ball gets back to its original shape on being released. A shut door can be opened again. Clay models made from a ball of clay can be rolled together to get back the ball of clay. An electric bulb glows when it is switched on but becomes dark again when it is switched off. Many changes they cannot be reversed. Some of them are: a ripe mango cannot be changed back into a raw mango. Similarly, a plant cannot become a seed again. A child cannot become a baby again. Therefore, in an irreversible change, a substance cannot go back to its original condition after removing the change agent. My dear students, I hope that you understood the contents of this video. The rest part of this chapter you will get in my next video. Thanking you all for watching and learning from this video.